bioprotocol. So, bioprotocol is kind of, they're describing it as the gateway to decentralized science. This is actually a really interesting project. It's very, very different from what we see out there. So I want to dive into this and see where this can go in this cycle. Now, before I get into any of it, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were all cryptos that I thought could do really well, make a lot of money, which is obviously why I bought them up. These were the prices of these coins when I bought them. And these are the highs of these coins hit in the last bull cycle. And what your profits would have been if you'd have just popped $100 into them. So 100 into each and every single one in the last bull cycle would have made you over 123 grand. From a $2,600 investment, that's pretty good. Now, the thing is you don't have time to get your portfolio sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. And if you've got cryptos you are really not happy with, that aren't performing for you, you have to get that sorted. If you're not sure where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the site that I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think can do really, really well, I jump onto my site. I tell my members about the crypto that I think is going to do very well, the reasons I think that, the price that I'm going to be buying it at. Whenever I sell, I do the same thing. So my members are in and out of coins, same price as me, so they make the same profit. And if you go onto my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made, and these are based on some of the successes that we've had in the last bull cycle. Whether it was a quick flip meme coin, some of the members got in and out of in just a fortnight, did over a 300x. Whether it's Phantom, which is now known as Sonic, but in the last bull cycle was one of the biggest gainers. I did a whole course about explaining why Phantom was going to be one of the best gainers. Went up nearly 700 times for my members, made some of them millionaires. This is public record. You can go onto the old videos on this channel, you can verify it. And if you like what you see after you've read through the site and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, it's really simple. All you got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. Now, bioprotocol show only has a small amount of holders, but it has a pretty good market cap. You know, just shy of $250 million, but only 8,000 holders. Now, bioprotocol is a very, very different kind of project. The idea is that communities of scientists, patients, investors collectively fund, develop, and co-own new drugs and therapeutics. And it's through their biotech decentralized autonomous organizations, the BioDAOs. So the protocol's approach addresses critical gaps in traditional scientific funding, particularly in areas such as rare diseases, longevity research, and emerging health challenges. So the bio token is the key to the decentralized science community economy. It's the governance token that lets holders signal support for specific DAOs and gain whitelisted access to their initial funding round. So if you are interested in, let's say, a therapeutic approach to anorexia, you could, if you see a DAO that is focused on a new therapeutic approach and you want to be an investor in that, you can be. If there is a particular disease or disorder that you want to combat, say something like cystic fibrosis, right? You could, and you see a DAO that's focused on developing a cure, you could support that. There are tons of different ways you can be involved in hopefully the next iteration of improvements in healthcare. Because let's be honest, healthcare isn't great. So, Cerebrum DAO, as an example, advances brain health and prevents neurodegeneration. That affects a lot of people. That could be something that you're really interested in participating in. Hair DAO, that could be that's the network state solving hair loss. If you are looking around at all your uncles and going, crap, they're bald, I'm going to be bald soon, and that's something you want to support, you can support it, right? And there's tons and tons and tons of different DAOs that you can dive into and have a look at. It is a really interesting sort of crowdfund approach to a sort of new, well, not new, it's a crowdfund approach to trying to really make a difference to something that you are concerned with. Right, and that's kind of the good thing here, is that, you know, you can participate in terms of trying to help push this forward. So they have gone live. They've got their Launchpad and liquidity engine now, so you can open up the app and have a proper dive in. So the Launchpad goes through some of the upcoming ones that you might be interested in. So Fat DAO addresses the obesity crisis, aiming to advance research and solutions for weight management and metabolic health. You can have a look at which ones are getting more interest. LSD token, that's one that seems to be garnering a lot of interest. Obviously, this is all Solana. Well, majority of these seem to be Solana based. But market caps have risen 58% today, so that's interesting. In terms of market cap, the biggest is Vita DAO, but then which is about longevity. You've got Hair DAO, which is hair loss. Synthetic biology. I mean, there's tons and tons. This is really interesting. I'm actually intrigued by this as a premise. I think this is a really cool way to try and address things that affect people, because the reality is that we are in a space where charities aren't really the most the place that you want to necessarily drop money. Like, we've seen a lot of charities that get done for not real, because only like 10% or 5% of the funds that are donated end up going to the place that they're meant to be going. A lot of it is administrative, and as a result, it's an inefficient way to try and make a difference. This is intriguing. It's really intriguing. Now, Bio is on all the big exchanges, so I don't necessarily... We are going to get some sort of listing bounce, but, I mean, the reality is like... It might be that we're going to see one of these DAOs have a breakthrough. Now, of course, that DAO will do incredibly well if it has a breakthrough, but the thing that allowed that DAO to exist will do very, very well. So, from an investment standpoint for Bioprotocol, the key thing really is going to be being really well informed about how each DAO is performing. What's the progress for each DAO? Are they making significant headway, significant difference? Because, I mean, the reality is that some of these have a good amount of holders. So the Bio protocol is being used a lot, even if the holders aren't necessarily there for Bio right now. Really interesting. I hope that we see some sort of breakthrough for one of their DAOs. If we see that, I think this could do really, really well. I think there's a world that this could get, honestly, to like 50 cents, maybe even $1. Probably not $1. $1 would require a significant medical breakthrough in some sort of capacity for something that that everyone's paying attention to. But I think this has a legit shot of like 50 cents or more. It's just going to depend on really a marketing approach here, in terms of, because everyone cares about something. It's just getting that engagement. They really just need to capture the interest of the audience. If they do, I think this can go to 50 cents. I really, really do. It's a very intriguing premise. And make no mistake about it, it's one I'm going to have a little look into, because you know what? If there is a DAO that is focusing on a sort of medical area that I'm passionate about, I'm quite happy to throw some money their way to try and help them succeed. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Is it intriguing to you, or is it just, do you not think there is going to be any excitement about this? What do you honestly think? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. And look, we're in a bull cycle, and if you are sitting on coins you're not happy or confident in, you do need to get that fixed. If you're not sure where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think can do really, really well, I jump onto my site. I tell my members about the crypto that I think can do very, very well. The reasons for that, the price that I'm going to be buying it at. Whenever I sell, I do the exact same thing. I let my members know the coin I'm selling and why, and the price I'm selling at. So all my members make the same profits. And if you go onto the site, you can see the range of profits that some of my members made, because obviously some invest more than others. And you can see that based on some of the successes we've had, not least of which is Phantom, again, now known as Sonic, but in the last bull cycle, one of the biggest gainers, went up nearly 700 times from when my members got in. made some of them millionaires, which is public record. You can verify it. And if you like what you see and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, it couldn't be more simple. All you've got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I will see you there. Otherwise, folks, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.